Hello, hello, and welcome here to Nashville Super Speedway, the Inspired Racing League Thunder Series rolling on into Nashville here tonight. Hope you guys having a great Saturday night here. We have reached race number 37 of Season 1 here for the Thunder Series. Gonna be an exciting night of racing here as these trucks take on Nashville Super Speedway. Of course, we were driving the O'Reilly's car, I believe, over here in Thunder the last 4 weeks, but making the switch over to some trucks. So we'll be in some trucks for the next 4 weeks. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. About 6.5 minutes left in practice, as you see. Let's take a look, though, at our race info here tonight. That 1.3 mile racetrack. It says 1.33 in my notes, but 571 feet of elevation. We got a 45 mile an hour pit speed road limit. 85 degrees outside, 97 there on the track, 8 mile an hour north wind. We got 5 additional sets of tires behind the wall, 0 fast repairs. These drivers do not get any fast repairs here in the Inspired Racing League. Again, here with the NASCAR truck cars, 100% fuel load fixed setups as we run with all the Inspired Racing League. And of course, Greg Thielsen up in the booth, bringing you all the action here at the Inspired Racing League. From the Cup Series to the Platinum Trucks, over here to the Thunder Series. Guaranteed to bring you all the action here with the Inspired Racing League. Take a look here at our practice results so far. Colton Ward up on top. Jackson Hadaway, Hayden Williams, Aaron Stanton, Ben Carnart. Up there in our top 5, Elijah Fisher, Kurt Gibson, Ty Wilson, Bobby Hadaway, Trent Green, your top 10. Travis Farmer, Ty Stone, William Carter, Mike Hauser, Timothy Neckerbecky, Paul Cox, and Matthew Scott rounding out your top 17 there. Up on the board currently. Hope you guys all having a great Saturday. It's going to be a beautiful one here. What's up, Jason? Jason Williams stopping by out there in the chat. I appreciate you stopping by, buddy. What's up? Scott, I saw you out there as well. What's up, pal? Yeah, I've been watching our Inspired Racing League boys take on Spa in the Spa 24 hours all morning and afternoon for the majority. I took a little break, but got to watch the majority of Elijah driving for the start. Saw Chris Lyota take over there for the second stint. Then Ty jumped in. Then I took a break. Matt jumped in. Didn't get to watch Matt. Unfortunately, I heard before I left to jump up in the booth, we were towing and waiting for Chris to hop back in the car after that. But last I checked, I believe they were in the 20s dropping, fortunately, due to that tow. We'll have to check back here at the end. Maybe I can pull up somebody and get a check-in on the Inspired Racing League's team drive for the Spa 24 hours. Shout out to all those guys over there taking on that challenge. I do believe that is Ty Wilson, Matthew Scott, Elijah Fisher, Chris Lyota. I know I'm missing somebody. Who else was down there? Yeah, are they down there right? Oh, Rob Willite. Rob down there as well. Helping them in their 24 hours of Spa. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to break to a commercial and a practice here. Pick back up with qualifying. Let's go ahead. Stick around. We will be right back. All right, we are back here at Nashville Super Speedway with the Inspired Racing League. Practice coming to a close, just under a minute here shortly. Let's take a look, though. We do have our season standings here. Aaron Stanton up on top of that board here for the Thunder Series. Elijah Fisher sitting 526 points behind him. Mike Hauser, Colton Ward, Travis Farmer, Ty Stone, Ben Carter, Hayden Williams, Ben Milton, and Bobby Hadaway, your top 10 here in the Thunder Championship. Quite a few points separating these top drivers. 10 wins for Aaron Stanton this season here in Thunder. That is impressive. I will tell you what. And after 37 races, to have 10 wins, that's a good winning record, I'll tell you what. See, 3 for Ben Milden, 7 for Pacey Wygant. So a few drivers up there on that board. But as we see practice coming to a close, we are about to roll over into qualifying here for Nashville Super Speedway. About to get things rolling off here. Wait for these drivers to make their way out onto that racetrack, and then we will see a little bit of action here at Nashville Super Speedway. Talking about that points leader, Aaron Stanton in that 27. Excuse me, he is not New Hampshire winner. Remove that. Sorry about that. Thought I removed that earlier. Nope, did not. But Aaron Stanton out here getting his first few laps out here in qualifying. Drivers hopping out here to start taking some laps. Pull up our tower so when drivers hop up in there, we'll be able to see them. Watching that. Whoop. Let me reload trading paints because those paints are not loading as well. That is definitely not Ben's paint. Download it. We're going to see some test trucks. There we go. Now the paint's loaded. Aaron Stanton jumping to the top of the board in that 27. There we go. That Field and Stream 27. That looks like his truck now. Hayden Williams in that one, jumping up to second. Ben Carnart in that 46, jumping to third. The 7 of Hadaway jumping up to that top spot, that Georgia Bulldogs machine. Top of the board, new quick time. Hayden Williams in that one, jumping up to third. Aaron Stand back to second. Ben Carnart jumping to fourth. Hayden Williams jumping up to third. Ty Stone jumping to fifth in that 12 machine. Travis Farmer and that 13 and 6. Let's see what he can do here with his second lap. Stays in 6:31.011 there for his fast time. Bobby Hadaway in the 52, jumping up to 7th. See Kurt Gibson in the 51. He's currently in 8th. Going out for his second lap. We also got William Carter out there. Elijah Fisher jumping up to 7th in that 16 machine. William Carter out there starting to get some laps in that 83 machine. Be like Biff on the rear quarter panel. The 83 coming out for his first lap. Let's see what William Carter has. He jumps to 12th. Mike Hauser in the 43 jumping up to 8th. Colton Ward, new quick time, number 18. Colton Ward jumping to that top spot. Good job for Colton there. See Trent Green in that 07 jump up to 13th. Paul Cox in the 24 jumping up to 14th. Looks like we're coming to a close here in qualifying. He's got one more lap in him. No, he's taking it down to pit road. Currently, your provisional pole sitter, Colton Ward, in this 18. Don't see anybody else out on track qualifying. Coming to a close. We are about to get started here. 135 laps around Nashville Super Speedway. The Inspired Racing League Thunder Series here with the trucks about to roll their way down here at Nashville Super Speedway. Big shout out here, Inspired Marketing LLC. Big thank you to you guys. Everything you do for the league. W Energy. Thank you guys. And Matt Performance Paints. Everything that you guys do for the league here. But it is time. Let's go ahead and check out our starting grid here tonight. Colton Ward, Jackson Hadaway going to be starting off on that front row here tonight. Aaron Stanton, Hayden Williams, row number 2. Rolling off row number 3, Elijah Fisher, Ben Carnart. They're in the 46 as well. Ty Stone and Travis Farmer going to be rolling off row number 4. Rounding out our top 10, row 5, Mike Hauser, Bobby Hadaway. That American painted 52 looking pretty good. Kurt Gibson and Ty Wilson rolling off row 6. Trent Green and Paul Cox, row number 7. Rolling off row 8, we got William Carter, Timothy Neckerbecky. And then rolling off row 9, rounding out the field, Matthew Scott in that 25. Good group of drivers here tonight to take on Nashville Super Speedway here with the Thunder Series Inspired Racing League. Here with the trucks, we are about to kick things off Super excited to have you all out here with us. The Mad One out there in the chat. Thank you, buddy. Mr. NASCAR stopping by. Hey, Matt. What's up? What's up? Hope you guys having a great Saturday night. About 9 p.m. Eastern here for me. We see the field double file getting ready to fire this thing off. Let's look at that top 10 one more time. Colton Ward, Jackson Hadaway, Aaron Stanton, Hayden Williams, Ben Carnart, Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer, Bobby Hadaway, Ty Stone, and Ty Wilson. Gonna be your drivers battling it out up front to start this thing at least. Fortunately, no logo up in the tower. I'm not quite sure. We're gonna have to make an adjustment and get that working here before Cup on Monday. Totally thought it was gonna work, but again, not working. Sorry about that, guys. I appreciate you stopping by and checking us out. Ooh. I am. I'm live right now, Scooter. Let me go ahead, jump in the correct booth. There we go. Whoopsies. You guys didn't hear that because I had it muted, but one of my team members jumping in there. That's okay. But Colton Ward, Jackson Hadaway out in front, about to kick this thing off. We are about to take the green flag here at Nashville Super Speedway. That pace car down in the pit lane. That 18 in the 7 out in front into the restart zone. And we are green flag at Nashville Super Speedway. Bumping and shoving there on the start. Is the 7 going to get a black flag? He beat the 18 to the line. Oh no, I'm not sure. Jackson Hadaway in that 7 beating the leader to the line. That may be a black flag for that number 7. We're going to have to keep our eye out on that one. The 7 of Hadaway taking control of that lead right now. The 27 of Aaron Stanton up into that second position. Ward, your pole sitter, back to third. Most of the field still side by side as we work our way back into 1 and 2 for the second time. 2, almost 3 wide back there in the back. Hadaway starting to pull away out in front in the 7. The 27 trying to get to that back bumper of the 7. But we are almost 3 wide back here in the back. The 52 of Bobby Hadaway. Down there on the bottom, Ty Wilson up on the top, that 55 machine, that Rockstar Energy. Little bit of bump in there from the 52. The 55 with the run on the outside. We talked a little bit about it earlier. That outside going to be very strong. If you can get a good group of trucks out there on that outside working together, the draft definitely going to play a big role here today. Of course, being a super speedway, the trucks being very draggy, you definitely got to watch out for the draft here today. But we see the top 10 at least getting single file here early. Jackson Hadaway in that 7, able to regain control out in front. No black flag, it appears. So he did not come down to pit road to serve it. So a clean start to your race here at Nashville Super Speedway. Take a look where those championship 5 are sitting right now. Your top 5 in the championship. Aaron Stanton in that 27 coming in your championship leader right there behind that 7 of Hadaway. Sitting in second right now. Started back in third. Working his way forward. Jumping back to that second spot in the points, Elijah Fisher started up in 5th, still up in 5th. Having a pretty good start to the race here at Nashville. We got Mike Hauser in that 43 machine. He's back here in the 9th spot. Nope, currently back in 10th, excuse me. Started up in 9th. Colton Ward, our pole sitter, back in 4th in points. Started out on the pole. He has dropped back to 3rd. That's 7 and 27, making their move really early there. Really, really early. And then we jump back to that 13 of Travis Farmer. He's back in that 7th position right now. Coming into this race here, top 5 in the championship. Little bit of racing going on here. Farmer looking to the inside of that 51 of Gibson. Makes the pass and he's clear. Farmer up to the 6th position, up 2. Making his charge forward here. Looking for more. Down to the bottom of that 16, Elijah Fisher. Picks up another spot, top 5 for that 13. But no, Elijah battling with them up on that high side, down the back straightaway. Not enough. He is cleared going into 3. Farmer up to the top 5. Let's take a look here. Our tightest battles. So Neckerbecky here battling it out with William Carter for 14th right now. They are side by side. You see Stone and Green also this battle side by side going down into 3. So a few tight battles throughout the racetrack right now. And Wilson able to get the upper hand there on Green, who's able to overcome Ty Stone there. Hadaway in that 52 almost making contact with that 12 of Ty Stone there. Ty starting up in that 7th spot, drop back to the 10th position currently. Not having the start to this race that he would have liked to. But Ty Wilson there in that 55, he's up 4 spots. So he is also working himself forward. At Rockstar Energy number 55 machine, one of those drivers there for the Inspired Racing League Spa 24 hour. Let's go ahead, jump on roof cam with Ty Wilson here. We're watching that back of the 51, Kurt Gibson. That battle for 7th right now. Still really early. We're only 13 laps into this race here at Nashville Superspeedway. 130 mile an hour about mid-corner. 140 exit speed there for Ty. Coming down that front straightaway, 170, 173 there at a top speed. Entering turn number 1, down through 1 and 2. I saw about 129, dropping that car down to, accelerating down this long back straightaway. About 170 there on the back stretch. Right back down to that yellow line. Let that car drift up all the way out to that outside wall. Back in the gas for that number 55, Ty Wilson. One of those drivers for the Spa 24 hour for the Inspired Racing League here today. Already did his first stint. If you want to keep up with any of that information, go check out that Inspired Fan Club channel over there in the Discord. Let's take a look at another one of those drivers. Just ahead of him, Elijah Fisher. They're in that 16 machine, battling with the 51. Kurt Gibson looking towards that bottom side, but not enough to get by this 16 here. Another one of those drivers. He was the driver to start off. He started that very first stint for the Inspired Racing League team there at the Spa 24 Hours. Had a pretty fun time this morning and this afternoon hanging out with those drivers. Getting to watch just what they're dealing with out there. Taking a look back from Elijah Fisher at that front end of that 51 machine. Kurt Gibson. And that 55 of Ty Wilson not far behind there as well. Pretty cool look out that rear bumper. Well, while we got a little bit of a green flag run, let's take a look back up front. That driver for the lead, that has changed. New leader out front, Aaron Stanton in that 27. Coming across the stripe this time. New leader. That 18 of Colton Ward just on his back bumper. We see that pass happen just about 4 laps ago for that race lead. Let's take a look here at that pass. Aaron Stanton dive into the bottom. Drifting up a little contact for that race lead there across the stripe. What a battle that was to take over that lead. And then Colton Ward able to take over that second position as well. Take a look at that one. Really clean pass there. No contact on that one. That 27 truck of Aaron Stanton out in front. Let's take a look. Let's see just how well that 18 has been doing versus 27. He's gaining per lap. So he's doing a little bit better than that 27. Says about 4 laps to catch him, even though there's only a distance of about 1/10 of a second. I don't know, does he have the speed to quite make it by this 27 right now? I'm not sure. Definitely a game of air right now out in front as well. He's going to want that clean air to be able to make a pass and make something happen. As we're 22 laps in, 23, as we come across the stripe this time by, let's go ahead and do a little rundown of our top 10. Aaron Stanton out in front, 8 laps led. Started back in that 3rd spot, currently up to 1st. Colton Ward starting out in that pole position, currently back up to that 2nd spot, back in 3rd. Jackson Hadaway, he started on the outside of that front row. As we watch those leaders battle, they're on board with Hadaway. Jumping back a little farther, that 1, Hayden Williams, back in 4th right now. He's got company with that 13, Travis Farmer, sitting in that top 5 machine as we stand. Here coming to 25 laps completed. Jumping a little farther back, Elijah Fisher back in 6th in that 16 machine. Kurt Gibson still back there in the 51 behind him, back in 7th. Jumping back a little bit farther, the 43, Mike Hauser up to 8th. Ty Wilson currently battling with that 43 truck right now in that 55. He's back in the 9th position. And right on his back bumper, we got the number 12 rounding out our top 10. Ty Stone, the battle of the ties right here. And that is a run through of your top 10 as they currently stand. While we got a moment as well, green flag, let's go ahead and listen to the sights and the sounds of the Inspired Racing League Thunder Series. Let's listen to all that horsepower from these NASCAR trucks. Let's go ahead and crank it up. Thank you guys. Checking out a little bit of the sights and the sounds here of the Inspired Racing League. Out in front, this is a battle for your race lead. Aaron Stanton in that 27, currently your race leader right now. Battling hard with his 18, the pole sitter, Colton Ward. This is a tight battle up in front right now. Take a look here. Where are our tightest battles out on the track? Stanton and Ward, one of the tighter ones. Hadaway and Stan. We see this battle right here. Carnart, Wilson, and Stone. They're pretty tight, packed as well. Quite a few close battles right now. Tell you what. I think this one being the closest battle out on the racetrack, though. "31 laps complete here at Nashville Super Speedway." We see the 46, Penn Carnart, down to the bottom of the 12, Ty Stone, able to make that pass. Get it done there. Out of 3 and 4. Can Stone get a run? No, he can't. Not enough. Oh, I see another battle for that race lead. Colton Ward in the 18, new race leader. Able to take back control. Your pole sitter, Colton Ward, back in the race lead. 3 laps leading, so he just picked that lead back up. See if we can take a look where that happened. Oh, lap traffic getting involved there. The 24, Paul Cox. Wow. We definitely missed that one. Holy moly. That was could have been a big moment there for the 27. Wow. Can we pick... No, can we predict what lap Billy Carter wrecks? Oh boy, hey, we don't want no talking like that out there in the chat, Scott. You know better than that. But we're taking a look. This is the battle for second right now. That's that battle between the 27 of Aaron Stanton, Jackson Hadaway. We see that one truck, Hayden Williams, entering into the chat for this one as well. What just happened? My iRacing just locked up. Oh, and we are... Nope, we will be right back. So sorry, guys. Loading back into the session now. Little technical difficulties. Stick around. We will be right back. Big shout out to the sponsors: Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, Mad Performance Paints. You are here. Push Edge Productions with Greg Tilson. We will be right back. And I am so sorry, folks. A little bit of technical difficulties there, but we are back. Lap number 41. So sorry about that. Colton Ward still out in front. Oh, no, it looks like somebody just went off track. Paul Cox there in the 24. Still green flag here. I apologize. My whole computer not having a good one there. But we are back. Lap number 42. Colton Ward just out in front. Aaron Stanton and Jackson Hadaway battling there for a second. Looks like the field closing back in. They're getting a little bit more compressed. Elijah Fisher getting back close as well. They're all within a second of each other. The top five all within a second and a half from one another. So as this race is carrying on, these leaders starting to stack back up a little bit. Go ahead, take a look one more time where those championship drivers are currently. Ward back and forth in the points. Currently our race leader doing a great job out in front in that number 18 machine. Why it still says 3 laps led. There we go, 4. Okay. Thought it said that before, but okay. Jumping back to second, Aaron Stanton, currently your championship leader. coming into Nashville, he's sitting up in second right now. But we see the 7 of Jackson Hadaway down to the bottom. Looking for that second position. Oh no, oh no. He loses that second position, drops back to third, unfortunately. Jump back to that 43 of Hauser, able to get by that 25 of Matthew Scott. That is not for a position. That is a lap down car. But he's currently back in 6th right now. Back in 3rd in the points. We already talked about Ward out in front. That last driver we got to talk about, Farmer. Travis Farmer in the 13. Currently back in 12th, out on the track right now. A lap down, unfortunately, possibly due to a pit stop. I do see he has completed work to that car. Has made a pit stop there on lap 43. So he just completed his first pit stop there. And then we see Ty Stone, the 12 machine, also completing some work. He got some work done and made a pit stop on 43, lap number 43 there as well. And Bobby Hadaway in that 52 truck also taking the time to come down pit road there on lap 43. Those 3 trucks, the 25, the 13, the 12, and the 52, all coming down to get some work done. But we see the leaders just behind them. That 52 just ahead of those race leaders there. Looking to put them 2 laps down. Neckerbecky already 2 laps down in that number 78 machine, unfortunately. And then we got Paul Cox back in 16th. He's 5 laps down. Still out there and trucking in that 24. I love to see it. Trying to get those laps in, get better every single lap. Love to see it. Also, William Carter in the 83 out there. Still turning some laps. He's back in the 17th spot. Not quite sure why his paint's not loading. Grading paint's not cooperating. Of course. Go ahead, reload that as well. Out in front, Colton Ward, still your race leader here. Let's take a look at the race recap real quick. Lap number 50 here of 135. We've gone green the whole time. Fortunately, my connection to the server was disconnected. We're yellow. Oh no, first caution flag coming out. I had to say something. Oh boy, Elijah Fisher involved here in this one. Let's take a look. Oh no. Heavy contact for that 16. Oh boy, excuse me. Heavy contact with that outside wall for the 16. That was not good for him. Let's take a look back at that one more time. I want to rewind it, see how that happened. All right, so he was out in front of this second place truck right now. The 27 of Aaron Stanton, a bad bump. Sent him up into the wall, and that is heavy damage for that 16. Oh boy, let me see one more time. Take it back a little farther. And let's hit that play button. Oh, man. Not what you want to see. Well, first caution flag is out for the night. The field has taken down to pit road. to make some much needed pit stops. They haven't made those first pit stops, the race leaders, so they have come to do that now. Most of those drivers making their way back out. While we got a chance here, let's go ahead. We're going to jump to a quick side-by-side. We will be right back with some green flag action from Thunder Series here with the Inspired Racing League. Stick around. We will be right back. Welcome back here, Nashville Super Speedway. Here with the Inspired Racing League Thunder Series. Big shout out, Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, Matt Performance Paints. Thank you for everything that you guys do for us. Out in front, Toledo's back to green flag, Colton Ward. And Jackson Hadaway out in front, Hayden Williams, Ben Carnart, Mike Hauser, Ty Wilson, Aaron Stan, Travis Farmer, Ty Stone, and Trent Green. Your top 10 as we get ready to go back green. The pace lights out on that pace car. We are looking to go back green flag for the first time. Our first caution of the night as we enter the Rackley restart zone here. Oh no, that is not the Rackley restart zone. Excuse me, Echo Park restart zone. But we are back. Green flag racing here. Colton Ward in that 18. What a great jump out in front. Pulling ahead of the field. Side by side for second. Hadaway and Williams down the back straightaway. That number 1 unable to grab the second spot. Hadaway in that 7. Taking control of that second position. A few spots back. We got the 25 around Matthew Scott. Coming around. No caution out yet. Don't see how that won't turn into a caution though. Yes, yellow flag. Out. Oh no. Not what you want to see there. Let's see if we can take a look back at that. I see the 52 of Hadaway also involved here in this one. Oh, he just went off track. Okay. Wow. Trading Paint still having an issue. Try to reload Trading Paints here one more time. Let's see, Matthew Scott. Oh, getting into it with the 78, Timothy Neckerbecky. Let's rewind it. See what happened here. Excuse me, as Trading Paints reloads some of these wraps for these drivers. Well, I'm having so many technical issues tonight with just about everything. But, oh, Matthew Scott got tight. Drove up the racetrack on that 78. Fortunate there. Take a look back. One more view of that. Oh, boy. Well, caution flag number 2 out here for the night. Oh, no. Neckerbecky down on pit road getting some work done. Matthew Scott out there trying to stay on the lead lap. Bobby Hadaway getting some work done. We saw Ty Stone, Travis Farmer also come down and get some work done. I don't know why that 83 of William Carter's paint job just absolutely refuses to load for me right now. That is quite interesting. On attempt number 3, let's see if third time's the charm. Reload these paints one more time. Let's hope that that works. Okay, iRacing, today you are not having a good day. I get it. Second caution flag out for the night here at Nashville for the Thunder Series. Let's look at our top 10 as we get ready to go back green. Colton Ward, Jackson Hadaway once again out in front. Hayden Williams, Mike Hauser, Ben Carter, Aaron Stanton, Kurt Gibson, Ty Wilson, Travis Farmer, Trey Green. Your top 10 as we get ready. Down the back straightaway. Lights out on that pace car. We are going back racing. Neckerbecky with the 78 out in chat. 5 minutes of damage. So, going to take a little bit for that thing to get back out there, unfortunately. Let's see. Did Paul Cox's car finally load? No, I meant William Carter. No, it did not. Sorry, William. You got a gray car today. I don't know why. Trading Paints not liking your truck here tonight. Not at all. And I don't know why. But the pace car down into pit lane. We are going back. Green flag here. For the third time. Green flag. Back out in the air here at Nashville Super Speedway. The Inspired Racing League Thunder Series. Barreling down into turn number 1 side by side. They're second on back. They are fighting for position. Side by side for a majority of these rows of drivers. Almost 3 wide back here. That's for about 10th position. Out front, they're starting to work it out. A little bit of single file. We see Hayden Williams in that one up the racetrack. The 43, I think, kind of threw him off his line. A little bit of that air manipulation arrow coming into play here at Nashville Super Speedway. That bottom line with the run there into 3, but not able. Wow, squeezing it in the gap. Talk about getting tight. That 46 machine of Ben Carter absolutely squeezing into a gap right there. Wow. That field making their way around this Nashville Super Speedway. What are you doing? Taking camera controls away from me. I don't know why did that to me. Let's see, one of our tightest battles here. Wilson versus Williams. That's out in front here. That's a battle for that 5th spot. Ty Wilson in that 55 out on that outside. Hayden Williams, that one there on the inside. They are battling it out. Hadaway not far from that battle as well in that 7 machine. Go ahead, jump on board with that Hayden Williams number 1. Currently up in the 6th position. Back to 7th as he loses a spot to Travis Farmer in the 13. Started up in 4th. A great look at that back of the 13. Some great artwork on that Travis Farmer machine. Coming to halfway to go, 63, now 64. Laps complete of our scheduled 135. 135, 136, coming off of turn number 2. up to 150, down the back straightaway, 160, 165, almost 170. Entering turn number 3 there as we ride on board with this number 1 truck of Hayden Williams. Currently back in 7th, started up in 4th here tonight. Take a look at his last lap versus the leader's last lap. A little bit slower back here. A 31.41 for Williams. Whereas Colton Ward, our race leader, way up front, you can see the gap starting to build from that race leader. He had a 31.26 his last time by. Seeing that battle starting to brew. Travis Farmer down to the bottom of that 55 of Ty Wilson. That 13 truck looking to the inside of that Rockstar Energy number 55 of Ty Wilson. Unable to get it done. Sliding behind him. Back in 6th. Ty still holding on to a top 5 spot right now. But out front, I gotta talk about it. Colton Ward, this number 18 machine, out in front. Since he's grabbed this lead, nobody able to snatch it back. Currently led 27 laps out in front of this Chevy Silverado. Off of 4, make that 28. Taking a look behind. Aaron standing that 27, about a second and a half, just a little over a second and a half. 1.6 seconds back. Losing just a little bit of time each lap. The last 5 laps. From your race leader here in the 18, Colton Ward. We come to lap number 69. Go ahead, look at our top 10. 27 at Aaron Stan sitting back in 2nd. Chasing down that race leader, Colton Ward, in that 18 machine. Back in 3rd, Mike Hauser in that 43. That Sim Speed Shop 43 machine looking really good. That Ford F-150 off of 4. Up in the 3rd spot, doing really good here tonight. Up 6 positions here as well. Started back in 9th, up to the 3rd spot. So doing pretty good there. Jackson Hadaway jumping back to 4th, up -2. Oh no! Wilson is around! The 55 of Wilson coming around there. We're still green flag, no yellow out yet. Now the yellow flag flying. Oh no. The 55 and the 1 of Hayden Williams bringing out caution flag number 3. Let's take a look here. I believe it's going to be a little bit past this. Let's actually going to want to fast forward a little past here. Watch that 55 truck, Ty Wilson. Oh, it was well past this. Can we speed up anymore? No, we can't. Well, we are going to jump to this and rewind to find it then, because we know it didn't happen much after this. Oh, boy. So Hayden Williams with the run on the outside. Unfortunately, Ty Wilson self-clearing himself across the nose of that number 1, that Rockstar Energy machine. Going for a little bit of a slide. I don't think that was all too bad. All things accounted for. Let's see. I don't see much damage to that 55 as well. I don't think he nosed it there too hard into the wall. I believe that 55 truck gonna be all right. And the one of Williams didn't look too damaged there as well. But leaders making their way off of pit lane there. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump side by side. When we return, we'll have some green flag action here from Nashville Super Speedway. Yellow flag number 3 here. We will be right back. Back here at Nashville Super Speedway. Aaron Stanton now in front in that 27 machine. Third caution flag out tonight. Let's see here. Our top 10 going back green. Aaron Stanton, Mike Hauser, Travis Farmer, Jackson Hadaway, Ben Carnart, Ty Stone, Hayden Williams, Bobby Hadaway, Kurt Gibson, and Trent Green. Let me go ahead and do this so that my good buddy Elijah Fisher can hear us. Elijah, you got me out in the booth?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. We got Elijah Fisher. That number 16, a little bit unfortunate circumstances there for you early. Out early of this one. But it looks like we're going back. Green flag. Aaron Stanton leading us off a turn 4 pace car down into pit lane. And we enter the Echo Park restart zone. We are back. Green flag racing here at Nashville Super Speedway. Lap number 74 here as Aaron Stanton now in front in that 27 machine. What a great job. Mike Hauser in that 43 falling back in second. Elijah, tell me a little bit about what happened out on the race there for you, buddy.
Oh man, it's just the mechanical failures. Just had a little bit of an incident. Don't drink and drive, even if it's water or soda. Just bumped the wrong button and went straight in the wall. But I'm happy to be up here with you and looking forward to.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by here. We see that battle for second starting to heat up. Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser side by side down the back straightaway. Farmer with some help from Hadaway in the 7 down on the inside, but Hauser was able to keep that momentum built up on that outside. Out of 4, a big wiggle from that 13 down on the bottom, still with the help from the 7 of Hadaway.
Yeah, and Mike Hauser's truck is really strong right now. I noticed earlier in the race he was kind of in the mid-pack, and he was able to move forward and was very competitive on the long run. He's sticking it up on the outside very good right now.
Falling back to that 3rd spot. Farmer up to 2nd. Stanton still out in front. We see Hadaway on the bottom battling with that 43 of Hauser. Not able to get it done there. We see Ty Stone and Ben Carnart battling it out just behind them. Stone out on the outside in that 12. Trying to get it done here. Very tight there, Elijah. This battling all the way from the start of this race. Doing a great job. Only 3 caution flags here tonight. Taking a look at that race recap. Aaron Stanton now in front. 3 caution flags for 9 laps so far. We went all the way green flag until that first caution, I think, on lap number... I believe that was 50. Lap number 50.
Looks like Travis is putting a little pressure onto Aaron right now. He's getting a little bit lower, getting some air onto the left side of his truck, and he's moving. He's moved past Mike Hauser right now, and just looking for a little bit more.
Farmer in that 13, looking for that top spot. Aaron Stanton able to capture the lead out front and pull ahead, but not any longer. That 13 on the chase. We see Hadaway in that 7. He's been pretty quick here tonight as well. He is not far behind that race leader as well. These top 4 drivers all within half a second right now. The top 5 all within a second.
Yeah, these guys are making it really entertaining up here for sure. You're seeing, the top 4 are having a really tough time passing because this track has not really got a great middle lane. You can use it, but just that little bit of a difference in that lane, just being half a lane up or half a lane lower than the truck in front of you and trying to get a little bit of that clean air really makes the difference. It's a tough place to pass, but you can set them up pretty good, and it makes for some really entertaining racing as we're seeing right here.
I talked a little bit about it earlier. Being a super speedway, it's not quite the length of a lot of the other super speedways, but the aero, so important here at Nashville Super Speedway, comes into play. That clean air definitely gonna help getting that truck turned in there in 3 and in 1, keeping that car rotating through that corner.
Yeah, for sure. And this is way more full throttle than we see at Daytona Talladega. I don't know why it's called a super speedway, but for the size of the track, I'm not
quite sure either.
I don't know either, man. But definitely for the size of the track, it puts on a really good show. It's kind of a mix between a short track and a intermediate in a sense. I wouldn't call it quite a Kansas because it's not quite the same speeds, but it's putting on a show right now. And Travis is just all over the back bumper of Aaron. He looks to the inside now.
Taking a look here, out in front, that's a battle for your race lead. Farmer to the bottom, that 13 machine. I was just going to touch on our biggest movers. He's up 6 right now, currently our biggest mover, but he's going to be up 7 and secure that spot. Up in the top spot, Farmer, new race leader, that 13 truck out in front, able to get by that 27 of Aaron Stanton. I was going to make a comment, Mike Hauser in that 43, he's also up 6 positions, starting from that 9th position, but now Farmer cementing that biggest mover right now. He made that storyline for me.
Yeah, and I just saw Mike Hauser's looking for it on Aaron too. They got a little bit loose, Aaron did, off the corner, it looked like, and Mike's trying to put some pressure on right now too.
Definitely getting a little bit calmed down from what it was. You see a lot of these trucks getting back single file right now, which is pretty interesting. They're trying to maybe bide their time. We see we're on another pretty good long green flag run since that restart. So maybe these drivers starting to dial in their groove, get into that rhythm, start ticking these laps off.
Oh man, Mike was getting right up to the back bumper of Aaron there up that last corner. He just couldn't quite get to the inside, and that's the kind of the games you got to play here at Nashville. You got to drive it in there a little bit and try to get to the left corner of somebody and see if you can loosen them up, and if it doesn't happen, I mean, it can take away your entry of the corner and then sometimes just make your truck plow tight on the exit. So Mike's really trying to play that chess game with Aaron on which lane to go to, but Mike's got such a good entry speed right now, and Aaron's kind of just preventing him there. Travis loves what he sees in the mirror.
Definitely loving what he's seeing. That battling there for a second. Travis will eat all that up. Let me get a gap out in front is what he's thinking for sure if he's looking in that mirror.
Absolutely. Best thing to see in your mirror is when second and third place are going for it.
Taking a look around here, that 43 truck moving around that racetrack, trying to find that clean air and trying to get past that 27. The 7 of Hadaway with a good run down the back straightaway. Not able to do much with it there, though. He pulled all the way up to that back bumper, that 43 there.
Yeah, he's just trying to work the lanes right now, see where the 43 is good and rough in the corner, if it's in 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. And that's some of the things that these drivers are going to have to do throughout this race is figure out, okay, am I better in 1 and 2 or am I better in 3 and 4? Because these corners don't exactly race the same way. One's a little bit tighter, 3 you've got more of an arc you can make. So he's just trying to figure out what he can do to get around this 43 and see where he might be better.
This battle definitely starting to heat up quite a bit here. These drivers going to be contending with that lap traffic there. We see that number 24, Paul Cox, just ahead of the field, a little bit out of ways, but going to be something we're going to have to think about here, actually a little bit sooner than I thought.
Yeah, and lap traffic's going to play a factor in this one. I think we've heard that out of a couple announcers before. So we're going to have to see what happens here, but it looks like the 24 is going to be very respectful and run the top for him.
Out on that high side, trying to stay out of the way of those lead lap drivers. I saw the race lead was a little bit determined earlier. The 27 was out front, and that 24 pinched him off really bad. And fortunately, that let, I believe at the time, that was I think it was the 7 that got out in front.
Early in the race, yes. 7 was out
pretty
front.
early.
He was fast. He's still pretty quick. I'm interested to see if he's able to maybe get a short run and see if he can put some fresh tires on and repeat that, or if he's got something for these guys on this long run. He's hanging with them.
All these front drivers doing a great job here tonight. We see 2 of them up over 5 positions. Farmer up 7 to first. Hauser up 6. So that's definitely showing that those drivers have some good long run cars, able to work through the field here tonight. We see a little bit of that Indy sway because of the D shape here at the front stretch of Nashville Superspeedway. I always love how the drivers, with that arrow being so important, you kind of get a little bit of a wiggle down that front straightaway to break that draft from that driver behind you. It's always funny to watch.
Yeah, for sure. And to be completely honest with those that might not know, is if the leader decides to actually run the top lane in the tri-oval and doesn't arc it like that, you can lose almost a tenth to 2, sometimes even 3 or 4, just based because they're taking the longer distance around the track. So it's kind of like another corner in the middle of the tri-oval there, near the start-finish line to, you want to cut that down to the bottom part of the track.
We see some clear track for those race leaders. Aaron Stan in that 27 starting to push the matter once again with that 13 of Farmer. Stan right back up to that back bumper of Farmer right now. Go ahead. We're going to actually jump on board and watch all that front nose of that Chevy Silverado right now.
And I love the way that he's working with Travis right now. He let him, maybe not let him go earlier, but Travis got around him, and now he's trying to play offense here and see if he's got better tires and conserved a little bit. And I just love these onboards because you can hear that engine so well and hear how they're rolling the throttle and everything. So I'll go with a little crank it up if you want to.
Good look off the back of that 13 of Farmer there. What a job out in front, leading the way right now. Take a look. So far, it led 12 laps out in front. So he was able to capture the lead. Little over 10 laps out in front right now. Doing a great job at it. Holding those drivers off behind him. We're coming to just under 40 laps to go, 39 left now, as we click over to 96 laps completed of our scheduled 135.
And I think now it's going to be a curious time to see, when do these drivers want to go in and top off on fuel? Because I don't believe that they're going to be good from where we restarted with about, 70 or so to go.
The battle for the race lead. Oh no, Farmer. He's got some company staying down to the bottom. There through 1 and 2, not enough room. to get it done. I'm sorry I cut you off there, Elijah, but wow. It's starting to
you're
heat
good.
up
We're
down the
side by side.
back. Side by side for that race lead. Travis Farmer on the outside. Aaron Stanton down on the bottom. Trying to get it done there. Oh,
Travis
just
is
not
still
enough.
on his quarter panel.
What a great job. That 13 able to hold that position out on that outside alongside the 27 of Aaron Stanton. This battle for your race lead, it is still going side by side.
Here comes Mike Hauser. They all said enough of the pit talk there. Let's just go at it here, and we're getting a great battle. Look at Travis on the outside. I said it wasn't really up there, but after a long run, these tires might be screaming to get up there a little bit, and he's still just side by side. I think he's going to beat him to the line even.
And he does. That momentum of the outside definitely helping that 13 truck right now. Not quite sure if that 27 starts to get a little bit tight down there on the bottom. That's going to be a problem for him, but he doesn't. Gets a run, clears him down the back, Stanton to the race lead. But Farmer down to the bottom with the crossover.
What a move. I mean, that corner was going not so great, and then all of a sudden he just pulls the move to the inside. And look at the way these two are battling for it right now. We'd think it would be 6 to go.
Hauser still there sitting in second, the catbird seat. They're in the 43. We're going to take a look out of his front cam here. Watching these race leaders duke it out. Aaron Stanton, that 27 on the outside. Travis Farmer there on the inside. I am really impressed by Stanton out on that outside lane, able to get that momentum. But Farmer getting the help from behind with this 43 from Hauser, able to keep it alongside. I don't think he'd be able to keep it alongside that 27 without the help of that 43 right now.
Oh, for sure. Oh man, it's a 5-truck battle now because Mike Hauser just got in front of Jackson, put a big block on him on the back straightaway there. We've got 5 trucks here that are just under a blanket.
Now take a look at that gap. It is a second all the way back to 7th. Only 0.8 of a second separating these top 7 drivers. Now this is a battle for your race lead here.
Oh, Travis is looking to the inside. He's not going to quite get there. And each time they make a mistake like that, the guy behind is going to just gain a little bit, and then they'll be looking for position because they see a mistake out of the driver in front. So you really got to execute these corners if you're trying to get the pass done.
Now, with all these trucks so close to one another, and this is all for track position, this is definitely going to come into play, coming to the end. We are almost 30 laps to go. 103 laps of the 135. We're coming to 30 to go. Oh, Hauser with a big moment in the 43 under that 13 of Farmer. Able to collect it back up there, though.
Wow, did he ever get loose? Good save out of Mike there. He's trying to keep that track position. You want to be on offense and defense at the same time, and it's hard to play both here. And Mike is really trying to get around this 13. He thinks he's got, you know, the better tires and the better truck at the moment. And if he can get around Travis right now, I bet he wants to go make a run to Aaron right now because these trucks all being under a blanket. I mean, if you're stuck in a blanket.
We got some 3 wide momentarily. Hadaway was through the middle. Williams up on the outside. Hadaway, oh no, contact with the 46. Able to keep that truck straight. Wow, Hayden Williams, very lucky there. Holy.
Wow.
Or Hadaway, excuse me.
Oh, Ty Stone just brushed the wall a little bit. Well, now we're starting to sort out a little bit.
Things up, yep. Definitely starting to mix things up. Up in the front pack. We saw that top 7 all within a second. Now, back to the top 5 with a shot in this thing. Coming to 30 to go next time by.
And Travis has got back to the bumper of Aaron here. He's trying to put some pressure back on him now. And we're seeing Mike's doing about the same thing. Once Mike kind of backed off a little bit, Travis went up there and said, Aaron, you're mine. I'm P2 right now. He's trying to go get him.
Taking a look on board with this 43 Mike Hauser. We're looking out front. That 13 of Farmer just ahead. The 27 Aaron Stanton out in front currently. See that battle for the race lead kind of died off just a little bit now. These drivers Still gonna pit one more time, I still think, right?
I think so. It was about 70 to go with the restart, and we were getting about probably 58 to 60 on a tank of fuel here, so it's going to be curious. And these guys are pushing. We've seen it. They're pushing, so maybe even less than that. We'll see probably 15 to go being the max that they could get to.
What a race out in front. 29 laps to go. Aaron Stanton, that 27 out in front. Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, Ben Carnert, and Hayden Williams, your top 5. Jackson Hadaway, Ty Stone, Bobby Hadaway, Kurt Gibson, and Colton Ward, your top 10 as they sit right now. But out in front, that 27, showing why he is the championship leader right now coming into Nashville.
Yeah, and Aaron has really put on a good season. Right now, he's just showing what he's been doing all season, just absolutely dominating just about each and every single one of these races. And, you know, he's got 10 wins on the season, and that's in 37 races up to this point. So he's really showing he's just got it. I mean, he's just on a drive and a cruise right now, and the field's got to have an answer for him if they want it. You know what I mean?
Definitely gotta figure something out with this 27 machine. Looking through that top 5 in the championship, Elijah, you sitting there second, unfortunately, parked it for the night, ending up 17th here. Hauser in that 43, we were talking about him. He's back there in that 3rd spot in the hunt for the race win. Farmer and Stanton, the only thing standing between him and that win here tonight. And then Colton Ward, your pole sitter, dropped back 8 positions. He's currently back in the 9th spot, battling it out with Kurt Gibson here in the 51 right now.
Yeah,
Jump
I'm sure
back
Colton's...
to Farmer, excuse me. I'm going to finish that top 5 here. Farmer up in 2nd. That is your top 5 in the championship coming in here. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say, I know Colton's probably shaking his head right now. Had a little bit of that pit road mistake, the speeding penalty. But, yeah, the top 5 in the standings so far, all of these guys have done a great job. I mean, I'm talking about myself, of course. But, no, these guys have been fast all season. And, you know, it's just it's really interesting to see, you know, just the different tracks that we go to at the different car combos as well. And Aaron has definitely shown he can do it in just about anything, but he's really in his equipment prime here, being in the truck series. He's always been very fast in these, and we're seeing Mike Hauser look to the inside on Travis here for 2nd now.
2nd position in contention here. Hauser on the inside of Farmer, trying to get that 2nd spot away from that 13 machine. Coming to 24 to go. Laps are starting to tick away. Drivers gonna start bringing that intensity up here, I think, within about the next 10 laps. Expect these drivers to start ramping it up a little bit. I do expect Hauser down there on the bottom, the 13 still out to his outside. A whole lap side by side, we've seen it. The 27 was battling there with the 13. Quite a few laps side by side. But fortunately, Farmer on the outside able to get the run and secure that 2nd spot back from that 43. Not able to get it done there. But the 27, we see he's starting to gain a gap. Almost a whole half second now. Back to that 13 in 2nd. That is definitely what he would have liked to see right there.
Yeah, and, you know, we see Mike trying to get to Travis here, but it just gives time for Aaron to run away, and he starts to pull just a little bit more. I was going to give Mike some credit here. He's really strong in the entries right now of turn 1, and a little bit quicker on 4 than Travis. And Travis is just doing such a good job on the outside on turn 2. That's the spot he's been prevailing on him while they were side by side, and he gets it done. He's back out to P2 and clear, and now Travis is going to try to hunt down Aaron as well.
Taking a little look on board with that 46, Ben Carnart up in the top 5. He's up in the 4th spot right now. Looking out front, that 43 of Mike Hauser just ahead of him. The 13 of Farmer ahead of that 43, and the 27 out in front. We see that 24, some lap traffic out ahead. Another car as well. I believe that's the 83, if I'm not mistaken. Might be the 78, excuse me.
Teresa in the chat's wondering if there were a lot of cautions tonight.
Not
really, I
many.
think we've had 3, right? 3 so far.
So far we have only had 3 cautions for 9 laps. So doing really good. Those drivers showing they're doing really good on a really good long green flag run right now. Also, last caution was all the way back on lap number 70.
Yeah, and these guys are doing an excellent job, and nobody's running away with this. You know, typically, I think with the green flag runs, you're going to have drivers, you know, seconds are going to be spreading these guys. But right now, the top 4 are within a second, and 5th and 6th are under 2 seconds. So we've got a pretty good group of cars. I mean, we had 7 guys there earlier in this race that were going for it, and that was like 30 laps into the run, and we've still got a pretty good battle here. And look at Mike, he's getting to the inside of Travis. He wants that spot before they get to the traffic here.
Coming into that lap traffic, the battle for second, Mike Hauser once again on the move on this 13. The 43 was looking down low, not able to get it done. The 46 was helping him a bit there, but not enough to get by that 13 up there in second. We see a little bit more lap traffic up ahead, but back again. The 43 down to the bottom.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll see about this exit for the 43 here. He's been getting really good on the throttle compared to Travis. He does so again. He's just looking to try and get a little bit further ahead as they're going into the entry of turn 1, whereas another spot he's been really good, but Travis has been good on this outside. Let's see if he can hold it.
With that momentum coming on that outside, the exit of turn 2, so strong for that 13. Down the back straightaway.
He made an adjustment there. He was starting to give it back, but he did something different there that time. I noticed it. Sorry to interrupt you, but he figured something out. He's trying to beat Travis through the middle of the corner right there and control that exit, and he does so. What a nice move from Mike Hauser.
Contact. Almost 3 wide, the 46 to the bottom. He takes advantage. Ben Carnart to the bottom of the 43, past the 13 of Farmer. What a mistake right there. Oh, another spot. Hauser makes a mistake. Now Hadaway in the 7, looking for that 3rd spot with that 43 of Hauser. Carnart up to 2nd.
Oh man, what a move by Ben Canert. He took advantage of that big time. Now we got Jackson and Mike going side by side. Aaron's got to love this.
15 laps remaining here at Nashville Super Speedway. Aaron Stan now in front. That gap starting to build. We got 1.3 seconds back to this 46 of Ben Carnart. And then another half second back to Mike Hauser in this 43 for 3rd, who is battling with the 7 of Hadaway. The 13 of Farmer still in that conversation. Fortunately, falling back a little bit. Now the 7 down to the bottom. Hadaway looking for that inside of Hauser.
I was surprised with their battle that it gave the 7 and the 46 this much room to take advantage here and get around these two. They end up losing 2 spots out of it. Mike does get ahead of the 13, though. And now everybody's trying to go and catch up to Aaron. Some better trucks on the long run than I expected. But Ben Canert and Jackson Hadaway, they're doing an excellent job here getting into the podium right now.
Definitely a great job capitalizing. The 46 saw that mistake, dropped down low, and he is up in that 2nd spot now. And then Jackson as well, he saw the opportunity right fall in his lap, and he took full advantage as well. Up to that 3rd spot, those podium drivers starting to pull away a little bit. That half second back to Hauser is starting to build, I see.
Yeah, and Mike and Travis right now, they're kind of just in a position where you wonder if maybe their battle took a little bit off of their tires, and that might have been why they're falling back just a little bit now. But, you know, Jackson and Canert, they might have saved a little bit while they were behind these guys, and we had that big battle for positions there.
Taking a look out in front, let's see. That 46 behind the 27 of Aaron Stanton. Still losing some time as well, so he's not gaining any to that 27 out front. Coming to 11 to go. not looking promising for the race win. 27 at Aaron Stanton. Got a big smile on his face if I was him.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you get to the lead, and then everybody else starts trying to fight for second place. I mean, that is the best feeling as the leader. But now he's kind of in that pressure cooker situation. I mean, are they going to have to make a pit stop? Or are we going to have to top off on fuel? And what could be the mistakes that could happen from some of the drivers while this goes on? You know, that's kind of where for Aaron, he just wants to tick these laps down. And if he's got to make a pit stop, got to be perfect on that pit road entry to go and just top off on the fuel. I wouldn't expect anybody to take tires here.
I would not expect anyone to stop and get any tires unless they accidentally forget to click the box, which I've done myself, so I know totally possible.
Oh, yeah,
Looks like Ty Stone in that 12 truck was able to get by that 13 in the 43 as well. He's up to that 4th spot. Hauser back to 5th. Farmer back to 6th. I do think that battle between those two took a little bit of that edge off of those trucks.
Oh, for sure, and we're hearing some reports here. It sounds like the one truck might be saving a little bit of fuel here, according to Jason in the chat. We'll have to see. I think some of these guys, you know, they might be pushing, expecting that caution, and sometimes you're going to do that, and other times other guys are, you know, maybe thinking about that fuel here. This is going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. There's not a lot of time left, but we will see.
Eight laps remaining here at Nashville Superspeedway. Want to give a big thank you to Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, Mad Performance Paints. Thank you guys for everything that you do for the Inspired Racing League. We are here at Nashville Superspeedway with the Thunder Series coming to the close. Here's 7 laps to go. Next time by, Aaron Stanton in that 27 out in front of the 46 here, Ben Carnert, and he is gaining. I'm going to say pretty sure that he is starting to catch that 27.
Yeah, almost 2/10 a lap right now. I was just starting to think about mentioning that to you. You got to it first, but yes, Ben Carnert is definitely catching up to Aaron Stanton right now, and it's going to be interesting. I wonder
at my little head-to-head display here, Elijah, he's going to catch him in 8 laps, catching him about a 1/10 a lap. That distance, about 8/10 of a gap right now. That's not going to be enough.
No, it won't, but, and like they say, it's one thing catching him, it's going to be another trying to pass him. He's going to have to find a couple of good chunks here so he has some time in order to try to see if he can get around the 27 as well. I'm starting to question maybe if these guys are actually good on fuel, because I thought we would have seen people peel off by now or maybe try to get tires on the stint.
Definitely would have thought they would have made a move to at least try to top off to make sure they're good. Maybe they are good till the end. I'm not entirely sure, but five laps to go here at Nashville. Aaron Stanton out in front, taking a look back. That 46 still right there, not far behind, 6/10 of a second. So that gap is starting to dwindle away just a little bit.
Yeah, and
but
Ben's
I don't
going
think he's
to
got enough time.
I don't know either, but he's going to get a little bit of draft that's going to pull him. I don't think these guys have to save any fuel if it's needed, because they are going at it right now. This is going to be interesting to see. I wonder if Ben can get there or not.
Definitely curious. It's still saying about 5 laps. That gap down to about a 1/2 of a second right now. So it's definitely possible he gets to that back bumper. I just don't think he's got time to pass him right now.
What happens if he does get to the bumper of Aaron? Does he give him the bumper? What will we see? We're going to have to figure, you know, probably I'd say in the next 1 to 2 laps, if Ben's going to get there, maybe we get a last lap pass, but there's some action building towards the front. He's not going anywhere. He's staying right there and gaining on him.
Taking a little look back, so that's your battle for your race lead. Aaron Stanton out in front, that 27, the 46, Ben Carnert gaining there. Back in third, the Jackson Hadaway number 7 machine, that Georgia Bulldogs number 7, doing a pretty good job. He's about 3/10 of or 7/10 of a second ahead of the 12 of Ty Stone. 2 seconds back to Farmer, and we see the 13, that first truck diving down pit lane, making a pit stop here. I'm curious, maybe they don't got enough gas then.
Yeah, I was just
two laps to go. Oh, this is coming down to the end, a nail biter. I'm really curious to see if these front two drivers were able to save enough. And it looks like he's getting to that back bumper as well. White flag coming out in the air for that 27 of Aaron Stan. Ben Carnart in that 46 right on his back bumper.
He's getting there. There's a little bit of lap traffic just ahead. We'll see if Ben's going to throw it into 3. He's going to have to put everything he wants into this corner. I don't think he's going to be quite close enough to make it very clean if he was, but we'll see.
Does he lay the bumper to Aaron Stan? That's the question. Dives into 3.
Drive.
It's not enough. Not close enough. Off of 4. The 27 of Aaron Stan across the line. Your winner here at Nashville.
But he's starting to sputter. Wow. What a fuel save.
What a race here tonight. Oh my. Yeah, he's not even going to make it back around. He is out of fuel.
Well,
he's going to get some help from his buddy, Ben Carnart, in that 46. I think he might be able to roll back around. But wow, what a race. Oh, man.
Wow. Well, oh, Travis gets into them. There you are. Just getting a little crazy here at the end.
A little wild. The drivers, but wow, what a race for that 27 Field and Stream. Aaron Stan coming home, your race winner here at Nashville. Wow, what a race. Battles side by side, lasting lap after lap. That was really exciting to see, I must say. But it looks like the 27 out of fuel, so he's not going to be doing any donuts. Let's go ahead and drop that. Let's go ahead and look at our race results here real quick. And I don't know if you noticed there, Elijah, but you can see my screen live now. I got that hosted for you.
Sounds good. Appreciate that.
Aaron Stanton coming home, your race winner here tonight. Ben Carnart coming home second. Jackson Hadaway rounding out your podium there in third. That 1.3 mile here at Nashville Super Speedway. We went our scheduled distance, 135 laps, 175 miles here tonight. 4 green flag lead changes between 4 different drivers, and that would be that 27 of Aaron Stan, the 7 Jackson Hadaway leading some laps, the 18 of Colton Ward also leading some laps out front, and then that 13 of Travis Farmer as well. He got to lead some laps out in front here tonight. 3 cautions coming out here at Nashville Super Speedway. Great job on the drivers working together here tonight. That was a really good job. Very few cautions here tonight. Matthew Scott, that 25, our hard charger here tonight, up 6 spots, starting back in 17th, ending up in 11th. A good job for that 21 or that 25 there of Matthew Scott. Aaron Stanton, the most laps led there was 64. And Colton Ward, the fastest lap with a 30.912. Starting out on the pole, but unfortunately not able to get it done here tonight. A top 5, finishing 5th, but not able to finish up here on the podium with these drivers here. We're going to go ahead and break to commercials. When we return, we will be here, victory lane, with that 27 of Aaron Stan. We will be right back. We have made our way over here to victory lane, catching up with our driver, Aaron Stanton. Aaron, tell me a little bit about the race here for you tonight, buddy.
it was extremely tight for some reason how this truck drove. Super fun battling with Jackson and Colton at the beginning. Had a little mishap with Elijah, then Jackson spun me down pit road. And that whole last stint was just a fuel management race since the drop of the green flag in the last stint, which normally I'm not very good at, but it looks like I've been practicing a little bit too much on fuel managing.
Well, that is A-okay. Coming home with the race win. Tell me a little bit about some of those side-by-side battles. That was so fun to watch. They're a little bit late. You were side-by-side with Colton Ward. You had some battles there with the 7 of Jackson Hadaway. How were you able to keep it down there on the bottom and hold that 7 off on the outside to start with? Because he was making some runs there on the outside.
Just brake pedal management. That's one thing that, I mean, Elijah can tell you that. Like, I'm really good at the short tracks and I know how to get the car rotated with my brakes. I feel like I'm one of the best at it. Not trying to, toot my own horn, but
No, of course.
whenever you go to a track where you have to use a brake pedal, I'm gonna be up front. So
So what's kind of the difference for you, I guess, in those tracks where maybe it's using the throttle and, versus having to use the brake? What's kind of the difference that you think makes you stand out compared to some of the other drivers in the field?
just having an understanding of just like manipulating the brakes just to get the car to point better for me. Like on short tracks, the faster you get the car to point, the faster you're gonna drive off the corner, right? So it's just, the faster the car turns, the faster you go. Essentially. So.
I would agree. Yep, definitely. So, how were you liking the top side compared to that bottom side? I noticed that high side really able to keep that momentum up, but you using those brakes. I saw you down on that bottom a little bit more than utilizing that high side. When you were kind of put in that position where you had to use the high side, you made it work. But tell me how you dealt with driving up there on that high side.
It just hurts tires a bit more, especially in the trucks. The trucks tire managing is a big thing, and I mean that's what makes them so fun, right? So if you run the top, you're just gonna burn your right front off faster than everybody else. So just trying to get your car to point on the bottom is the way to manage your right front tire. That's
Okay, I
why
gotcha.
everybody mainly just glues to the bottom.
Well, congratulations again, Aaron. Staying in that 27 machine, coming home, your race winner here at Nashville Super Speedway. Before I let you go there, Aaron, who do you got to thank coming home out on top here tonight?
I just thank Elijah for putting this all together. Thank you for broadcasting. This season's been a lot of fun. I didn't think I'd come in here and kind of dominate, but I mean, I'm even, Colton's usually the one that we're all chasing, but seem like I've been the one that everybody's chasing this season, which I did not think would happen. So it's been super fun.
Having a great season. Counting up, was 10 wins coming in here to Nashville. Let's count that up to 11 in the double digits this season. So that's a great job there by Aaron. Congratulations one more time, buddy. I'll let you get going. Celebrate this one with the crew, pal.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. We're going to grab Ben. And that driver of the number 46, Ben Kerner, coming home second here tonight. You got me, buddy?
Yes, I do. How's it going?
Awesome. Man, it is such a great night. What a great night of racing side-by-side action all throughout the field tonight. You taking advantage of a big moment. Those drivers ahead of you fighting side-by-side. Hauser and I think that was Hauser
It was
and
Travis Farmer. Yeah.
Farmer and Hauser battling it out side by side there. You're able to sneak it down there on the bottom. Tell me a little bit what led up to that. You were fighting there in 5th. They were in 3rd and 4th, and you got a 2-for-1.
Yeah, I mean, I was there. I was just hanging back, trying to save fuel, and they were fighting. So I didn't want to get them. Really didn't want to get side by side with them and lose time and potentially burn tires and stuff. So I just waited until they started getting tight and going up the track, and then one of them made a mistake. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but both of them drove up the track, and the bottom was completely open. I had the run, so I just took advantage.
We actually watched that one live. We saw, I'm not quite sure who made the mistake off the top of my head either, but yeah, you made that run down to the bottom. That was a big moment. That was pretty fun to watch because we were actually watching that live, and that was really cool. Tell me a little bit about the racetrack here tonight. How did you deal with the Nashville Super Speedway? A lot of guys glued down to that yellow line down there on the bottom. A few guys making that outside line really work here tonight for some speed, but it looked like the guys using that outside kind of fell back, like we talked to with Aaron, just using up those tires a little bit more out there on the outside. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, the outside, it was really difficult to stay up on the outside and also keep your tires in good shape. So really, I just stuck it on the bottom. Towards the ends of the stints, I had to arc it a little bit more and start plate apexing the corners so I could actually get a run out of them. Because the truck just understeered the hell out of the exit in the late run. So
So
you
how was
really
that
had to
following
be.
somebody? Even worse, even more
It
exaggerated,
it
being
was pretty
behind somebody.
bad with the dirty air. It was like multiple times I overran the exit a little bit during those last couple laps, and I had to get off throttle, which killed my run into the straight. And it was just because of the dirty air and how understeery it was coming out of the corner.
I
But
could
you know, I like Nashville. It's a pretty fun track. I like. Um, I find that it's pretty easy to get good runs and get through traffic if you have a good line figured out. Yeah.
well,
Ben,
that
I gotta
that
ask. Yeah, I gotta ask, kind of for the fans here. We've talked about this a little bit before, and our own discussions off track, Ben. But you're more of a road course driver. We've seen you in some of the endurance races, as well as just being a contender at most of the road courses here. I'd say pretty much every single road course you've been here for, if there's not tech issues or something. But tell me, what's kind of the difference between the road racing and what you've had to learn on these ovals, especially like Nashville? Because talking with me and Greg here, you sound like you've been doing this for a while, but I know you've kind of made the switch to the league and had to figure things out. So what's kind of been the biggest battle to translate the road course racing over into the oval?
I mean, I've only been doing ovals for like less than a year now, and so it's been a pretty big. It's pretty different. The biggest thing really is just like setting a lap time target. That's what I usually do for myself. I set a lap time target, and then I go, okay, I'm gonna get as close to that as possible, and I'm gonna try to wear the tires as little as possible while getting to there. Um, I find that usually helps me with managing the tires. Uh, Road course racing, generally, you don't need to worry about the tire wear until you get up to like the really high level, like you're fighting for hundredths of a second
Going against
over
Max
the other
Verstappen.
guys. Essentially, yeah. Um, but I mean, it's ovals are much more like tire wear based. You really need to pay attention to what you're doing to the right front and the right rear. Um, and that's not something I was very accustomed to prior to getting into ovals. Another thing is like fuel, super important. If you can make a long fuel run work by saving a little bit, then that can potentially win you the race. So it's very. I would say road course racing is like you deal with a lot of different things at once. But ovals, is you need to focus on like a few core driving techniques instead of, having to focus on braking, compound corners, like chicanes, and how much speed you're carrying into each corner, setting up for the next corner, like you do in road. In ovals, you got 2 corners, and you got to get as good at those as possible.
Little more of a strategic battle here on the oval. It's interesting to hear you talk about the conserving of the tire and making the fuel run last, because I would think it's very important there in road. I'm not a big road racer myself. I'm a mainly dirt oval and oval guy. I don't get to do rights and lefts very much. So for me, going to road, I feel like I have to control the weight balance much more because you're making those rights and lefts. Whereas coming from the roadside, you still have to really control that weight of the car on that right side entering because you're getting all that load going into the ovals.
Yeah. The weight transfer is absolutely different as well. I probably didn't understand how to like properly load up the right side of the car until like a couple months into oval racing, because it's very different from how you need to do it on the road courses.
Much, much different. Yeah, I'm not much of a road racer. I load the car up too much and spin out. So I stick to my ovals.
Yeah.
But I'm a dirt guy, so I'm used to flicking the car. You cannot flick a road race car. You can't do it.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah. Some of them you can, others you can't. It's a very wide spectrum.
See,
but
I find
generally,
I love road racing in the open wheels because they're really sticky and you can kind of flick them more.
yeah. That is mainly what I do on iRacing. I do a lot of the open wheelers, mainly the Super Formula and Super Formula Light. So, yeah.
Awesome little introspect there with Ben, the 46 machine. Well, before we let you get out of here, that was a great conversation. I appreciate that. But who you got to thank getting up here on the podium here in second tonight, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta thank everyone else who showed up today for racing. It was an awesome time. It was really fun. Probably one of the most fun races I've had in a while. I want to thank Mike, my new teammate. I just got hired to Pristine Performance Motorsports, so I want to thank those guys as well. And I want to thank the league admins for setting all this up, and you, of course, for broadcasting. It's really nice having a broadcast up, and these interviews are always a fun time.
Well, I appreciate it there. You did an absolute great job tonight, Ben. Coming home second here at Nashville Super Speedway. It was a privilege to talk to you, pal.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a
Thank
good
you,
night,
Ben.
guys.
You too.
And it looks like that driver of the number 7, Jackson Hadaway, not going to take an interview here tonight. So that's all right. We're going to go ahead, look back at our race results here one more time before we get out of here. Want to say a big thank you, Elijah Fisher, joining me up in the booth. Thank you, buddy. I was a real good time calling the race with you at the end there, bud.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you having me up here with you, and it was a fun time for sure.
All right, looking at those race results here. Aaron Stanton, your race winner here at Nashville Super Speedway, the 1.3 mile Super Speedway. I'm not quite sure where that correlates, but hey, 135 lap total distance, 175 miles here tonight. 4 green flag lead changes. Those leaders were Aaron Stanton, Jackson Hadaway, Colton Ward, Travis Farmer there tonight. 3 caution flags for 9 total laps. Matthew Scott, the hard charger here tonight in that 25 up 6 spots. Aaron Stanton, the most laps led, coming home out on top. 64 of those laps out in front. Colton Ward in that 18-year pole sitter and also the fastest lap. He put down a 30.912 Fortunately, fallen back there to a top 5 of 5th position for his final result. Want to give a big shout out, Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, Mad Performance Paints. Thank you guys for everything that you do here for the Inspired Racing League. Big shout out, Elijah Fisher up here in the booth with me here tonight. Thank you, buddy. And Greg Thielsen up here for Push the Edge Productions, bringing you all the action here with the Inspired Racing League. Thank you. Big shout out to you guys having us here 3 days a week. We're here Mondays with the Cup Series, Wednesdays with the Platinum Truck Series, and here Saturdays with the Thunder Series. Coming up, we do have the Cup Series heading to Michigan there on Monday. Hot Fuel Short Track Series heading to New Smyrna with Tour Mods there on Tuesday. We're heading to Pocono with the Platinum Truck Series on Wednesday. And then next week with the Thunder Series, off to Daytona, off to my home track. So that's going to be a fun one. Always fun there at the plate tracks. Anybody's race. Anybody can win it there. Big shout out, Elijah. Thank you, buddy, if you're still here with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on.
And for Greg Thielsen, Elijah Fisher, Push the Edge Productions. Until next time, push the edge and find the limit.
Yeah.